Hello, in this video tutorial I will show you how you can define a terrain gradient. Therefore, we open in the first step our model home. Before we define the terrain, we deselect the grid and the line width for a better overview. As you can see, in the moment in the 3D view, no terrain gets displayed. So we select the point environment, and now the environment gets displayed. We select the 2D view, and we also activate here the point environment. To get now a good overview over the 2D view, we can use the function show all. We can select this function over the point view and show all, or we press the shortcut for the function show all, position 1 or home. We press position 1 or home, and now the whole project with the environment gets displayed. I zoom now, just for our example, a little bit more out of the view. And now we have a good overview over our project. Please note that all terrain points and terrain lines have to be inside of this frame, which displays our environment. If our terrain gradient should get larger than the environment, we have to change the properties of the environment. Therefore, we hold the Ctrl key and click with the left mouse button on the layer environment. And now we select the environment with a left mouse click in the 2D view. We press the right mouse button and we select Properties. Here at the point Dimensions and Position, we can change the width, the depth and the thickness. Also the X offset, the Y offset and the segments. At the point Appearance, we can change the outline, the ground and the surface of the environment. In our example, we don't need to change any of these options and we can exit. We press Escape to end the selection. And now we will enter some guidelines to define our terrain gradient. We select 2D and Layout, 2D Guidelines, Guideline and Numeric Parallel Guideline. First we change the color of the guidelines. Therefore we press the right mouse button and we select Properties. We click on Appearance. We select the color. We select, for example, a green color and we press OK, OK and OK. Please note there's also another way how we can select the function Numeric Parallel Guideline. We press Escape and now we press the shortcut P for the function Numeric Parallel Guideline. We enter now the first guideline from this line into this direction with, for example, a distance of 3 meters. After it, we press OK. Now we enter one more guideline from this line into this direction, also with a distance of 3 meters. We press OK. We enter the next guideline from this line into this direction also 3 meters. Instead of pressing OK, we can also press Enter. One more line from this line into this direction, also 3 meters. We press Enter. And now a guideline from this line into this direction with a distance of 6 meters. We press Enter. And one last guideline from this line into this direction with a distance of 4 meters. We press OK. After it, we press Escape. To your information, we will edit the terrain of our house so that in the front and in the back of the house is a slope with a height difference of 2 meters to the ground level of our house. This area will be on a level of -2 meters. This area is the slope to the ground level. The ground level will be on a level of 0 meters. This area is the slope to the next level, and this area will have a peak of 2 meters and then a slope down to -2 meters. Before we start to enter the high contour, we have to change the absolute level of our environment. Therefore, we make a right mouse click on the point Environment and we select Properties. For the point Absolute Level, we enter -2 meters because -2 meters is gonna be the lowest point of our terrain. After it, we press OK. As you can see, the environment moved 2 meters down. And now we can start entering the high contours. We select the 2D view. And now we select the point Terrain, Terrain Contour, and enter High Contour. Please note that 2 high contours never should cross each other. If they meet in edge points, they must have the same worth. So this is the first point of our first high contour. This is the second point. After it, we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. Here in this menu we can enter a high for our contour. The high of -2 meters is OK, and for the segments we enter 3. After it we press OK. Now we enter the second high contour. This is the first point. This is the second point. After it, we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. The second high contour will define the high of our ground level. So we enter for the first point of our high contour 0 meters. The same thing we do with the second point. We also enter here 0 meters. For the segments we enter 3 and after it we press OK. We press the Escape key. When we take now a look at our 3D view, we can see that the first slope is finished defined. In the next step, we will enter the second high contour for the ground level. Therefore, we select again the point terrain contour and enter high contour. This is the first point of the contour. This is the second point. We press the right mouse button and we select Complete. The 2 points are already defined with 0 meters, that's correct, and for the segments we enter 3. After it we can press OK. Now the ground level for our model home is finished defined with 0 meters. In the next step we will enter the last high contour for the second slope. This is the first point of the high contour. This is again the second point. We press the right mouse button and we select Complete. For the first point we enter 2 meters. We select the second point and also here we enter 2 meters. For the segments we enter 3 and after it we can press OK. We press Escape and now we can see in the 3D view that also the terrain in the back of our model home has a new level. If we would like to make any changes at a high contour, we select the contour, we press the right mouse button and we select Properties. In our example, we don't need to make any changes and we close the dialog. We press Escape and now we can take a first look at our finished defined terrain gradient in the 3D view. As you can see, we have 3 different levels with -2, 0 and +2 meters. Of course, this is just an example and you can edit the terrain in your project like you need it. If you like to define a ridge or an immersion inside the terrain surface, you should define the lateral high contours. Therefore, we select the 2D view and we select the point terrain contour and enter high contour. This is the first point of our high contour. That's the second. That's the third point and that's the fourth point. After it we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. The first point with -2 meter is already correct defined and we select the second point. For this point we enter 0 meters. We do the same thing with this point, 0 meters. And for the last point we enter 2 meters. For the segments we enter again 3 and we press OK. We can see in the 3D view that the terrain changed and now we do the same thing with the other side. This is our start point. That's the second point. That's the third and that's the fourth point. After it we press the right mouse button and we select Complete. The first point is -2 meters, that's correct. The second is 0 meters. The next point is also 0 meters. And the last point is 2 meters. For the segments we enter again 3 and we press OK. We press Escape, and when we take now a look into the 3D view, we can see that also the lateral high contours are finish defined. We could add now a ridge or an immersion inside our terrain surface. Finally, we can ray trace our project to take a look at our finish defined terrain gradient. Thanks for watching. For more tutorials, visit our website cadvilla.com.